Oh yeah. We gotta go tell Gabor about that kid. Yo, dude, check it. The creatures from the mine nearly got your dude.
I knew that place was cursed. Mother, have mercy on those poor souls who never found their way out. I see he's not with you. Did you manage to knock some sense into him?
Yeah, he'll find his own path now.
As all men should. Though I'm not sure how that'll work out for him. Kid has a knack for biting off more than he can chew. But his future's not his to worry about now. Let's focus on yours. To start your path in our brotherhood, you'll need a talisman sung from Weedstone. We carry it from the moment we join, and it's our only companion when we fall into the stern dream.
What talisman is that?
One that will allow me to see if Ugwe was right to send you my way. Here, follow this design, and when you're done, show the talisman to me. Shoddy work would be an insult to both me and Darvan.
You have a workbench here somewhere? Yep. Handcrafting. Talisman would be this. Stone Warden Talisman. Here you go.
Well, I'll be damned. Next time I see Ugwe, I might even hold off on punching him in the face. Sending you here was a rare gift from him. He knows how grateful I am for every new pair of hands skilled in our craft. Take the talisman to Darvan at the Ulfar tribe. He'll know I sent you. But, well, don't get your hopes up.
What do you mean?
Even if Darvan sees your skill, you're still not Dalrida. We've never taken an outsider, and I doubt that'll change anytime soon. But for what it's worth, I'd gladly call myself your brother. Though I don't know if there's anything you can do to make it true.
If anyone can do it, it'd be me.
I like your spirit. Good luck then. May Mother guide you through the dark.
Okay. All of the Winter Moon. Where's that taking me? Bandits up here?
We may be in for a fight. I will be your downfall. We'll make sure. I see fear in your eyes. Your money or your love. This is my lucky day. Your money or your life?
Ooh, he working. People that spawned up near the thing again. Oh boy, here I go killing again. Don't threaten me with a good time. Thought that sword would be on my back, but it's obvious why it isn't.
Eyes forward and mind your step. Another one? We've had enough strangers in Connacht. You lot bring nothing but trouble.
What kind of trouble are you talking about?
Which ones do you want to hear about? The Camelotians who want to take Armenier and rob us of our land? Or the Red Priests knocking on everyone's door and dragging people out into the streets? We already had enough problems without all those prissy arseholes adding to them.
The Red Priests dare to go outside the town?
Aye, more of them every day. And no just in the village either. I saw a few of the younger ones wandering around outside, looking for trouble. They say they're looking for people sick with the Red Death, But all they do is drag decent people out of their homes and haul them off to all mother knows where. And people still get taken by the plague, so what good are they? Bunch of quacks.
And about the men here?
The Camelotians are saying our Mynheer is dying, and when it goes out, we'll get snuffed by the weirdness. Vipers, the lot of them. Yvain brought them here a while ago to help with the Coon Act. That's what he told us, anyway. And now? Now they want to take our Mynheer. Pah! Not just the Mynheer. They want to take everything. They're saying all the folks here will have to move. All mother only knows where. My old man won't hear a word of it. And you know what? I don't blame him. We've worked too hard. We've gone through too much to just leave everything behind.
What about the other farmers? Do they want to leave?
I know some do. The two brothers from the neighboring farm, they can't wait to be rid of that place. But it's no wonder, with the life they've had there. Truth be told, if I were in their shoes, I'd have run for the hills ages ago.
You'd rather risk the weirdness?
Aye, why no? Everyone says me auntie's girl got touched by the weirdness. But she's still here, ain't she? Besides, we know the weirdness. We live with it every day. If it kills me, then so be it. There's no much left for me in this world anyway.
The auntie?
Our priestess, or rather, Yvain's priestess, because we haven't seen hide nor hair of her in ages. She took Ailey in, and that ended up being a blessing for us all. She might be a little odd with that eye of hers, but she's a sweet girl.
She was touched by the weirdness?
Go talk to her and you'll see. I might be an old woman, but I am no one to gossip. Ha! Welcome in, you say, when your lot just barges in and takes whatever you please. Like old Norm's woodshed. That got requisitioned by Camelot. They shoved some fancy paper in his face and said, "This is ours now." They say it's all fair because Norm got compensated. But what about us, huh? We lent Norm our best axe ages ago, and he left it in that bloody shed.
Yeah, I can get it back for you.
Why?
I like helping.
Maybe you do. But I don't trust folks who offer things for free. They always want something sooner or later. We may not have much, but we're honest folk. Bring me back that axe and I'll pay you. Just don't get caught.
Well, good news. Oh, actually, I set up those lanterns. You notice anything?
Difference? Sure, it's brighter. Safer, maybe. But let's not pretend this fixes everything. The weirdness isn't going anywhere. It's just waiting for its next chance. Those lanterns are a patch, not a cure.
I hope this makes a difference.
Don't think I'm not grateful. I am. But it's hard to celebrate when you know it won't last. These lanterns may keep the crops safe, but they won't bring back what we've lost. And don't expect me to start singing the Red Church's praises. Ha! I'd sooner thank the chickens for laying eggs than thank a red priest for anything.
Found the axe.
Ha! You really did! Camelot didn't give you any trouble.
The straw monsters in the shed did.
Huh. Maybe there was something to all those tales about Norm after all. He always seemed so polite. Helped my Reese figure out the best way to grow wheat outside the repellers. It just goes to show you never really know your neighbors, eh? Well, here's the payment I promised, and some freshly picked veggies too.
Hey, nice.
And remember, whatever you eat is your own risk. If you're feeling poorly, don't come running to me.
Well, if you want to buy eggs, go talk to the missus. Though consider yourself warned. You eat him at your own peril.
Why would eating eggs put me in peril?
No need to worry. Yeah, the missus told me to say that to anyone asking after the eggs. Or grains, or veggies, or anything, really. So they know not to come crying if they find ears growing in unmentionable places. Not that it happens very often. Just, you know, what you see is what you get.
There's something wrong with the food?
Nothing wrong. Well, not at the moment. We'll see how the next crop comes in. It's been a bit hit and miss lately. The wheat was a nice surprise because, you know, it's the wrong season, and we were worried about the glowing. But it turned out to be perfectly good wheat. On the other hand, the turnips were not so good. We fed them to the pig as we always do, and it turned her inside out. Poor thing, eh? Maybe it's time to move the plots within the range of the weirdness repellents again.
That's weird. I've put up some weird lanterns. How did that help?
Well, I'll be damned. They actually work. Fields look almost normal now.
I hope it helps.
And if you're ever in need of weird turnips, you know where to find us.
Wouldn't it be better to hunt for food?
And make my missus a widow? Ha! The whole area's full of monsters, and they sure ain't edible. We tried that once, and, well, let's just say we never tried it again.
All right. Rob and Gil's cottage.
Come on. We can't sell Daisy. We're gonna need her.
What we're going to need is money, and she'll fetch a good price.
We still need to move somehow, don't we? She could pull the cart.
We have Clover for that. Look, I know how much this horse means to you, but I've already talked to Dinholm. He's willing to pay a lot of gold for her.
But what if we...
No, Gil. Enough. We're selling her, and that's that.
We hope that Camelotian knows what a treasury's getting. Daisy's not just any horse. She's best one he'll ever have.
Really love horses, don't you?
I guess. I've spent a lot of time with them. Rob would always send me to the stables when I was getting underfoot. He'd say, "Gil, you go to the stables and don't you show your face again until I tell you." I guess I must have been an annoying kid.
Farm feels calmer now with the lanterns.
It does give you some hope, doesn't it? The lanterns make it feel like the farm can breathe again, even if it's just for a while. That's more than we've had in years.
Rob thinks leaving is the only option. What about you?
I get where Rob is coming from, but this place is home. It's where our parents tried to build their lives. Leaving feels like giving up on everything they worked for.
You don't feel bad about leaving?
I do. Pa had to borrow money from Grandpa to buy it, and he had to work so hard to prove that he deserved it. After he and Ma passed away, Rob kept on working, and I did my best to help. Grandpa was, well, I don't know. I didn't see much of him in those days. And now we're supposed to just leave after everything. It feels like we're letting him down. Have a nice day. Nice to see you.
If you're interested in buying a horse, look somewhere else. This one's spoken for. She'll be going all the way to Camelot.
Your brother doesn't seem that keen on leaving.
I know. He loves this place, and he loves his horses. I'd rather just forget all about it. Gil's memories of this farm are different from my own, and I only have myself to blame. Mind you, I don't regret any of it, but it sure doesn't make things easier with him.
The lanterns seem to be working for now. What do you think?
Yeah, they're doing their job. For now. But let's not kid ourselves. This is a delay, not a solution. We've got time to think, and that's about it.
You don't sound convinced. Do you think staying is a mistake?
I've seen enough to know this place isn't safe. Staying means taking a gamble, and I'm not a fan of bad odds. We should leave while we still can.
All right, see you later.
We'll manage. Just make sure you do the same. Times like these, it's every bit as dangerous out there as it is here.
Can you tell me about living here? You don't have very many happy memories?
That's one way of putting it. This farm belonged to our grandfather. My parents were tending it, but he was the one in charge. Both Ma and Pa died when Gil was still small. That left us with just dear old Grandpa. And he was a nasty piece of work.
Is that why he spent most of his time in the stables?
He told you that, eh? Ha. But yeah, if I saw that old bastard getting drunk, I just told Gil to go tend the horses. Grandpa had a heavy hand, and Gil was really small back then. I was scared that he'd hit him too hard.
Hey, Mom.
I bet Gil thinks I always did it because he was pissing me off.
Maybe you should let your brother stay.
And what? Let him die to the weirdness? Are you insane? I've not spent years of my life making sure he doesn't get killed just to stop now. Besides, Camelot's not asking. You either leave with everything you own, or they'll make you leave with only the clothes on your back.
So you're leaving.
Haven't you heard? They're moving everyone. Something to do with that menhir of ours. Don't really care either way. As long as they keep their promises and give us a better place to live.
Kunok not a good place?
Aye, and Ma and Pa would rather us alive somewhere else than dead here.
What are you planning to do after you leave?
Don't know yet. But we're strong, and we're not afraid of hard work. I'm a decent carpenter, and Gil is good with horses. I'm sure we'll find something for ourselves.
Someone from Camelot wanted to buy your horse?
Aye. Man's name is Denholm. Seems important. Lots of men with him. They're here for the menhir. Have a good day.
Interesting. The mill. Hello. Who are you?
Are you looking to buy the mill? It's seen better days, that's for sure. Even when my good-for-nothing father was alive. It needs work, but everything does if you want it to be worth something, right?
Who are you?
Oh, my father owned the mill once. Then after he passed, my brother took it. Then his children, then theirs. As for me, I died as the miller's daughter, for the terrible crime of being the miller's daughter. The truth is, I don't remember my name. It's been so long since anyone living has spoken it.
What happened?
It was stupid. You see, my father was a drunkard who liked to brag, and the more he drank, the more he bragged. The problem was, not a single word he said was ever true. And for some reason, he decided to tell people I could spin gold from straw. That ridiculous rumor made its way to King Sagramore. He locked me in a cell full of straw and told me it had to be spun into gold by morning.
Well, this doesn't sound like it's going anywhere good.
Well, what do you think happened? I sat in that cell, choking on the stench of rotting straw, and cried. Then I screamed myself hoarse, begging someone, anyone, to let me out. By morning, my throat was dry as parchment and full of dust. But when the first rays of sunlight streamed through the tiny window, I cried again. I remember shaking all the way to the block. But my last thought was of my father, and oh, it was vicious.
So what happened to him?
He hanged himself, right there, from that beam. I visited him, in dreams and in the waking world, until he couldn't take it anymore. I overheard someone say it must have been the guilt of my death gnawing at him. Stupid people. He wouldn't have felt a shred of guilt if I hadn't reminded him.
And how did you end up back in the mill?
I don't know. One moment, I was dead, and the next... well, I was still dead, but I was home again. It was like looking through a veil, still in this world, yet no longer part of it. Every beam and plank so familiar, yet not.
How long have you been here?
I'm not sure. I've seen the sun rise and set so many times. I stopped counting. What would be the point? Time means nothing to me. Through the cracks in the walls, I watched the seasons change. I listened to the millstones turn, until one day, it all stopped. The mill, the seasons, now everything is so still, death-like, almost.
Can you tell me something about the Kuanok of old?
It was beautiful, actually. The fields shimmered pale gold in the sun, carrying the scent of warm dust and ripe grain. The whitewashed walls made the town glow. And the men here, I always liked our men here, you know. It looks a bit frightening, but it always felt warm. It used to, at least. Now it feels more like me with each passing day.
Can you tell me more about the king?
First of all, he wasn't a king. He just liked calling himself that. Now that I think about it, surely that wasn't allowed, was it? He was a small, jittery man, yet in that cell, he loomed so large over me. I wonder, did he too lose his head for claiming to be something he was not?
Is there anything I can do to help?
Help? Why would I need help? I'm fine. Nothing hurts. I can see everything through the windows and the cracks in the walls. I can watch the mice in the corner all day, and no one scolds me for lazing around. I'm content. But it's kind of you to ask. People don't always care about the well-being of strangers, especially ones who are already dead. Come by again if you feel like talking. I don't mind the company.
Mora and Reginald's. Oh, Reginald.
Just let me rest.
Imagine what it's like to wake up and have a stranger standing there in your bedroom.
You need something? My, what a fine lad you are. Were I a touch younger, I'd consider running away with you. Reginald be damned.
Thank you.
As you should be. I used to be quite the catch back in the day, you know. I didn't make it easy for Reginald to win me over, but he was always a stubborn man. It flattered me, that stubbornness. I should have listened to my mother when she told me a headstrong husband is just as bad as a lazy one. One does nothing, the other wants everything done his way. But I thought I knew better, and now, here I am.
Your marriage doesn't sound very happy.
Every marriage has its ups and downs, especially one that's lasted as long as ours. We worked hard our whole lives, raised our children right. I had hoped for a little peace at the end of the road, but now they say the weirdness is coming, and my husband insists we stay. I know I don't have much time left, but there are better ways to die than in the fog.
Maybe it's just too hard for your husband to leave home at his age.
It is hard. I'm not saying it's not. But we wouldn't be begging for the kindness of strangers. We have a son in Burrow. He already wrote and said he'd take us in. But Reginald said no, and that was the end of it. Take care out there.
You need something? Huh? Who goes there? You're not from round here, are you? Whatever you've got to say, I'm not interested. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not here to make you leave.
Good, because I won't.
You must really love Kuanok.
Love? Nah, it's a shithole. All my life I've watched it turn into a dump, and it only got worse without Lordling at the helm. But I gave everything I had to this land. We've had good years, sure. But we've also had years when we went hungry for days so our kids wouldn't starve. The weirdness. Just another storm to weather. Everything'll turn out fine in the long run.
I don't know what you mean.
And make sure it stays that way. Huh.
Okay.
Thought I'd be alone today.
Weird, it says someone in this area will know something about the spell buckle. I feel like we've talked to everybody.
Evening, traveler. Wouldn't wander out there if I were you. Nights are getting darker, and the weirdness seems to creep closer every cursed night.
You have anything that could help me out?
Well, I might have something that could light your way, and singe a monster or two while you're at it. Fire arrows. These beasts hate fire even more than I hate my posting. For a few coins, they're all yours. Helps me sleep easier knowing I'm peddling more than just warnings.
Oh, interesting. And look at all these pickaxes. Uh... 10%. To get to 5 stamina from 10%, the thing would need to cost 50 stamina. So yeah, a plus 5 to stamina is better than additional 10% reduction in cost. At least currently. What about this guy?
It's nice to have a break.
Hey there, traveler. Better not go much further tonight. Strange things tend to assail our lands with the wilderness on the rise. Sure thing. I've got fire arrow. I can part with... Take care out.
Can you tell me about living here? What was your grandfather like?
Drunk most of the time. Built like a barn door. That's something Gil got from him, I guess. He liked beating me to a pulp and telling me I was worthless. I remember he had this belt with a heavy iron buckle, shaped like a horse's head. He got it for his service as the master of horses at Warriors' Fair. Man, that one hit hard. Shame the old codger took it with him to his grave. I wish I could have kept it. So when I see some lowlife beating their kid, I could use it on them just like Grandpa taught me.
You mean this buckle?
What? Where the hell did you get that? A weird beast? So what does that mean? Grandpa got drunk, fell into the well, and got turned into a monster? Ha! That would have been rich. But strange. Gil swore that he saw him walking into the woods.
Maybe Gills knows more than he lets on.
Why? Do you think he saw something and was afraid to tell me? Maybe. He was acting a little strange, but... I was in bad shape that day, so I didn't care either way. I don't think we've ever talked about it afterwards. No matter. As long as the old fart's dead, I don't care how it happened.
Wouldn't it be better to know?
Would it? Maybe. I don't know. I don't see the point in dragging up the past. Though, perhaps that's what Gil needs to finally let go of this place. Anyway, thanks for this. And for clearing out the well, I guess. We don't have much, but I hope this will be enough for your trouble.
Hey, let's go.
Have a nice day.
Alright, we'll come back later after they have a conversation. Alright. Filth gave me the keys to the secret trapdoor. Now I can see what lies beyond. Let's go. That cow really likes that blue light. Weird. How very awkward of you, my friend. Language that men hears whisper. Huh. Weird undead. Oh, this place is huge. Right? Interesting. We need to go that way, that's for sure. Oh, we found what Filth wanted. Oh, a pancake, let's go. shit. Okay. Probably best for me to go this way. I don't think I'm done in there. I think I need to go back. Feels like there's more there. Yeah, right here? Ah, yeah. Okay, we're gonna go the other way? Ah. I feel like my character should start a clothing store. Collected throughout my travels so many total complete outfits. Mostly garbage stuff, but some good ones too. Ritual Blade. Increase incoming damage by 50% and decrease healing by 50%. Increase max stamina by 10, max mana by 10, and max health by 10. Needs 3 of everything. Well, that's not happening. I can level up. Interesting. All right, let's actually get out of here. Trying to land on those pegs.